Y'all, every time I scroll on TikTok, somebody got a post up about one of these products, like every single time. They're raving about how amazing their skin looks having used one of these skincare products. But y'all know how these people on TikTok do. They just be exaggerating. Like they could barely even get the product on and they're like, so I went and I bought some of the most viral skincare products on TikTok right now to try them out and see if it's worth all the hype that these people are talking about. So let's go. So first up, we have the TirTir foundation. Folks have been loving this cushion compact foundation because it's lightweight, it's buildable coverage, so you can have anywhere from medium to full coverage, and it makes your skin look like butter. My bad for almost blinding y'all there with the mirror. Also, side note, have you guys noticed how close I am to 200,000 subscribers? Like, I'm so close. Well, not so close, but we can get close. We can get there pretty soon, guys. So, you know, just make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you could be watching my videos, watching, because they keep coming up in your recommended, but not actually be subscribed to the channel. So just, you know, do me a solid. If you like my content, you know, just make sure that you are subscribed. And if you're not, you know, hit that subscribe button and tell a friend or two. We can get there, y'all. We can get there. Thanks. Now, I have seen enough videos of people tapping this into their skin for me to be like, yo, I want in on that. Like, let me see. And it's not very expensive either. I've seen these anywhere from like $13 to $17, depending on what site you get them from. However, when it comes to people of darker complexions, they like... So I got the 3 deepest shades and let's give her a whirl. I have to say, the packaging, oh my, that is quite stunning. So you open it up, there's a mirror inside there. Then you've got this compartment here where you could stick the sponge, and then you've got this little area here, which is protecting the makeup. Can I open this without getting everything on me? This is looking very close to my skin tone. I'm thinking this one might be, you know, close. But let's look at the others. Oh, and look, there's like a little thing there that snaps it closed. Isn't that cool? And then this is 51N Fudge. If this is your shade, God bless you for having this beautiful complexion. Oh, this is 55N Espresso. Oh wow, now that I'm looking at it in this light, it looks like the 51N Fudge might be closer to my complexion. Okay, there's 43N. Yeah, that looks too light. 51N. And, you know, I'm gonna show this to you, but I think we already know that this is not gonna be my shade, but let's... Yeah, that's quite a jump. And it's crazy because in the compact, this looked like it was for sure gonna be close to my skin tone, but that looks like it might even be too light to be a highlight shade for me. I'm gonna attempt to mix 43N with 51N and see what we get. Now, it's not meant to be something to be mixed because, you know, it does come in this cushion compact, but let's see, because the formula feels like it might be really nice. I don't know why I thought this would have worked with the sponge. Oh dear. Let me go get a brush. I'll be right back. All right, I don't have high hopes for this mix because I kind of suspect that this has either zinc or titanium dioxide in it. Let me look up the ingredients. All right, so yes, this does contain titanium dioxide, but some of them that do contain those pigments, sometimes you can't really tell because the other pigments in it are, you know, done so well. But I did notice like a grayish kind of base. When I took off the 51N, I did notice like a little bit of a grayish base there. So I'm like, I don't have high hopes for this mix, but we'll give it a try. I'm gonna dab a little of the 53 and then dab into the 43N. Ideally, I would do this with a makeup palette, but I'm just doing this real quick. You see what I mean? Like that grayish kind of like, and it could be because these are both neutral shades that it just doesn't have enough of the warmth pigment in it. Now, I'm actually somebody with a neutral undertone, you know, equal parts red, equal parts yellow. So this is giving ash. This is giving gray. Yeah. Oh, the thing that sucks about this, I feel like if this had the proper pigments, if the shades were, you know, if it was the right shade, this would be an absolutely beautiful foundation. Like the finish and everything would be great. Now, me, myself personally, when I saw people putting this on with the sponge and tapping it into their skin on TikTok, I was like, because to me it looked like it would be like too cakey, like too smooth, too like perfect. And a lot of times when you have like that type of application method, sometimes, you know, your makeup winds up looking like a mask, perhaps because of the formula, that it doesn't give that like cakey look. But me, myself personally, I feel like I would use a foundation brush like this one, you know, once they got a shade that actually matched my skin tone and the undertones. This is the number 64 brush from SEPHORA, in case you were wondering. So I'm gonna go into a big mirror where I could, you know, see and have all of my makeup tools up close and see what I could do to fix this. And I'm gonna come back and tell you what I did, provided that I was able to fix it.
A few moments later.
All right, so I fixed it. Now, I don't know if it's coming off a little bit better on camera than it does in person. On the little viewfinder, I find that I'm still looking a little gray and a little off in undertone, but I do look better now than I did when I first put it on. So what I did, I can't even tell you how many parts of which foundation that I use. I kind of just, you know, you just kind of like eyeball something. You know, like when you've been cooking for years, you don't really follow a recipe, you just kind of like eyeball it or whatever. That's how I kind of do with makeup. But I use that foundation brush, the number 40, was it 43? It'll be on the screen. The SEPHORA Collection foundation brush that I was using before, because I find that the compact, the sponge just, I don't like that. Maybe if it was a better shade match, it would have worked out a little bit better. But I did find that the brush was a bit better in applying the foundation for me. Then I set it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep. So I was kind of looking at my skin and I'm like, all right, it looks a little off in undertone, and when something is off in undertone, it can take away from the radiance in your skin, and that can make your skin look a little bit dull. It's not like it may not necessarily be that the formulation of the foundation is making your skin look dull, but it's the color that is making your skin look a little bit dull. You know what I mean? But I put the setting powder on and it gave it just like a little touch of color. It's not like a very pigmented powder, it just gave it a little hint of color. Then I used the MAC Fix Plus spray because I felt like the foundation needed to like kind of melt in my skin, have a little bit of radiance, because it was looking a little bit off than what I'm used to my foundation looking like. And the Fix Plus did help that a little bit. Another thing that I did was I used the Juvia's Place bronzer in deep just to add some warmth to the perimeter of my face, because the foundation was a bit off in undertone. So I feel like it looks better, but this is definitely not like what my face be looking like. However, you know, I did a little digging. Well, I didn't really dig, you know, just a couple of little buttons I pressed on my phone. But TirTir posted on their TikTok page on August 14th that they were coming out with new shades. And apparently the brand does listen to customer feedback a lot, and they work pretty quickly to make changes, you know, from what I understand. So I actually ordered the newer shades. So those will be here in 2 days. But through the magic of video editing, it'll be just like this. All right, so we got the three newest shades as of sometime in August 2024. So let's give them a whirl. I got 45W Chestnut, 45N Saddle Brown, and 47N Ebony. So this is 45W. Looks close to my skin tone, but I was also fooled before. 45N Saddle Brown and 47N Ebony. All right, let's do the 45W Chestnut. All right, I'm gonna do some swatches so you can see what the colors look like. Here's the 45N Saddle Brown. Saddle Brown looks close to my skin tone, but I don't know about the undertone, but we shall see. And then this is 47N Ebony. I'm gonna do these on my arm too. I don't know if that blended in or if I just can't see. So 45W, 45N, and 47N. I would say that out of these, that 45N, but I'm also like the 45W looks kind of good too. See, the problem with these is that the neutral runs a little too cool. I've noticed that with the other shades, which I'll try to put up here, do a little split screen so you can see the comparison between these and the other shades. But I've noticed that their neutral shades tend to run on the cooler side. Typically I'm a neutral, equal parts red, equal parts yellow, but I don't know what parts this might have been put in. But let me take this off and then we'll try 45N on one side and 45W on the other. All right, so I'm gonna do the cushion, even though I feel like a brush is a better tool for me, but maybe before when the color wasn't right, it didn't look so good. So I'm giving the cushion a whirl again. This is the 45W. And I'm like, is it me or why is this mirror so like cloudy? I can't see. Nah, that's not the shade, dog. Dog, that's not the shade. We'll do 45N. Lord, on this side. You see what I mean? It's like, it's too cool toned. So 45W, 45N. I'll try the ebony. I felt like it might have been a little too deep, but I also thought that that this one at least would kind of match. Let me look in the mirror and I'll be back. All right, so I removed the 45W from this side, so we just have the 45N, and it's okay. Let's try the ebony. I feel attacked. I'm gonna try one more time. We're gonna use a brush. Now, mind you, I am not somebody who is new to matching my foundation. I've been matching my foundation for at least 2 decades. I'm so good at matching my foundation, sometimes I can eyeball something online from a computer-generated color swatch and know whether or not it's gonna match me. All right, so we're gonna try again with a brush. This is the number 64 brush collection at SEPHORA. What I like about this is that the bristles are densely packed. However, they're really soft and flexible, so it's great for applying liquid foundation in a way where it's not gonna look masky and cakey, which is what I really feel like we were getting with the compact. The thing with the compact that I don't get, maybe this works better with the lighter colors because, you know, more effort was put into matching the undertones for it. But when you get to these deeper shades and then you're applying it with this compact, if that undertone isn't right and you're applying it with this compact, which in turn makes it more of a full coverage product, not only are you making your skin look like I looked unwell when I put that foundation on because the undertone was wrong, and then you're putting it on with that sponge applicator. But let's try it with the brush. Okay, so from here it feels like it's better, but I'm looking through a viewfinder so that it's about this big, so let me go look in the mirror and I'll come back. So it's better with the brush, but I still feel like something about the formula, not only is the formula not like working well with my skin because I feel like it dulled my skin's radiance, and I feel like it's like drawing attention. I don't know if you could see it on the camera, but I definitely saw it in the mirror, where it drew attention to the pores right here on my skin. I don't know, this is my bare skin. This is with the foundation. Let me show you in comparison with a foundation stick that I've been wearing very often, and you could kind of see the difference. So this is the ILIA Skin Rewind Complexion Stick. There's a video on this that I did a couple of months ago. I freaking love this foundation stick. It's very skin-like, you know, lots of different shades. I'm 37N, which I think is like a beautiful match for my complexion. I have oily skin, and I find that in the summertime, this is amazing. I do set it with powder. On days where I'm gonna be out a lot, I do use a setting spray, well, not really a setting spray, a fixer spray. And I use the one from One Size, the On Till Dawn. They call it a setting spray, but one day we'll talk about setting sprays and fixer sprays. Fixing sprays. I can't even really tell if I'm like properly blended here. And then look at that, you know? Hopefully the difference can be picked up on camera, but this is the ILIA, and then this is the TirTir 45N with the brush. And then I'll show you the difference between the compact and the ILIA side. I can't believe they want you to apply this foundation with this sponge. I don't know that the camera's gonna pick it up, but can you see how like cloudy that mirror looks? And then I'm like, is there a film over it? That's just how the mirror is. TirTir, ILIA. Now, obviously they're not the same formulation. I don't mind a foundation stick, a liquid foundation. I don't know that it's the compact. I think it's the shades. I don't know, TirTir, y'all keep coming out with, you know, more shades on the deeper end of the spectrum, and they're not giving. I don't know, you might have to wrap it up. This is a no for me. However, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Wow, that was quite a roller coaster. You had future me, present me. Well, it's not really a present me because it's not a live video, but past me, past me, and then future me, which still is past me. And let's move on to the next product.
I actually did it. I slept in this viral Korean face mask. I didn't know these were this viral that you guys were like, how did you get your hands on these? These are always sold out. So I guess if you're seeing this and they're in stock, grab them. I've watched all the videos and seen what this looks like on other people's face, but I'm like, what's it gonna look like on mine? When they say glass face, like they're not kidding. Look at my face. Minus the mosquito buffet on my chin. It's a deep collagen anti-wrinkle lifting mask. This essentially blasts your face with collagen, lifting, firming, and brightening. I'm reading this right off the package. I did sleep in this. You do not have to do that, but I just went all in. They say the results last over a week, so they recommend doing it once a week. And my box came in a 4-pack, so essentially like a month's supply. If you didn't catch my last video, I showed like when I applied it and scared the crap out of my family. However, it goes on like white, and over time, as the collagen absorbs into your skin, it turns like iridescent. That's when you know it's fully absorbed, and you can remove it then or sleep in it. I'm instantly shook, obsessed, and this is clearly a must-have. Even my husband, who does not hand out compliments, was like, your skin looks so good. And it feels how it looks. Like, it's so good. We'll see if the results last a week or not, but y'all need to try this. Like,
Now, personally, I have probably seen that exact TikTok at least 10 times already about this mask. Now, if you didn't know, and if you don't know now, you know, collagen is the protein in the skin that helps the skin look snatched and taut, and it is also something that we lose 1% of each year after 25. So at age 43, well, I'm actually like 42.97 right now as we film, but by the time this goes out, I'll be 43. I have lost about 18% of collagen, even though, you know. Now, the thing is, though, as promising as this sounds, the thing, though, with applying collagen topically to the skin is that it ain't that easy. But what a sheet mask like this can do, because it provides so much hydration, and it's also hydration under occlusion because you got the mask part pressing that hydration. But what a sheet mask like this can do is, because it gives that intense hydration that is also under occlusion, because you know you got the mask pressing that hydration into your skin, and typically they want you to wear this overnight so then you know the hydration is coming in. That could be a good thing, you know, in terms of hydration, but for some people it can be a bad thing. Now, Dr. Dre has a video on this very mask. It's a very quick, short video. You know, check it out to, you know, hear her thoughts on it as well. However, hydrated skin is gonna glow. Well, at least glow more than when your skin is dry and dull. And hydrated skin can also look plumper, juicier, and it can also have that nice radiance to it. Now again, it's under occlusion because this mask is pressing that hydration into your skin and intensifying your results. And you're probably going to get more intensified results with something like this mask than you would if you took whatever solution was in here and just applied it onto your skin with your hands, because there's a difference between the intensity of under inclusion and then, you know, just merely putting it on with your hands. However though, I feel like, and this is me, my own personal thoughts about sheet masks, I find that sheet masks are more of like a skin treat, because if you find yourself using them often, it might be worth doing a little math to make sure it makes sense to continue to use a sheet mask, or if you should just go and buy a bottle of serum. Because sometimes all those sheet masks, this one was, how much was this? Depending on where you get them online, they're about anywhere from $17 to $20 for 4 sheet masks, which isn't extremely expensive, but if you're using this quite often, you know, that can add up. So just make sure you do the math, make sure it makes sense to you. However, if you love using a sheet mask and it's not breaking your budget and it's not, you know, irritating your skin, go for it. No, you know, who am I to tell you don't use a sheet mask? But at any rate, let's give this a try. And as always, the products that are talked about in this video will be linked in the description, and some of them might even pop up here on the YouTube shopping. You know, you just click on it and boom, 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 there you go. Whew, all right, so it's actually 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm hoping I don't look as tired as I feel, but we are going to give this a whirl so I can go to bed. Oh, be mindful, there is an expiration date on here. Can you see that right there? The expiration date. So it is expiring on April 23rd, 2027. So we have a little less than 3 years to use this up. So I got the 4-pack. I think I paid just under 20 bucks for this. I think I'll put the price and all that other stuff in the description. So here's the packaging. Okay, two-part, the two-parter. So we're gonna take this off. Poke up the eyes. Oh my god, I got some in my nose. Ooh, it's cold. Okay. Wow, this is pretty opaque, because as we saw in the TikTok video, this is supposed to eventually become clear once you wake up in the morning. Wait, hold on now. The instructions are saying to remove the mask after 20 to 30 minutes. What's going on? Did I buy the right mask? All right, let me put the bottom piece on. I do appreciate that the mask is divided like this, because then you can slightly have more control if you got that big face. Alright, it feels pretty secure because it's so saturated with product. Now, what I'm gonna do, hopefully the light didn't change that much. I need to see if this is supposed to be left on overnight. Ah, it's a hydrogel mask that can be left on overnight while sleeping. You don't have to sleep with it on, but you do need to leave it on a minimum of 2 to 3 hours. Like, where are these arbitrary rules coming from? All right, USA Today did a review on this, and usually journalists about it and the funny thing is, the first line in this article, as a longtime beauty and lifestyle journalist. All right, this article is also saying that to leave it on overnight. These directions ain't saying that. The directions say, hopefully y'all can see that, to keep it on for 20 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna keep it on overnight just because I want to see what would happen. Plus, I think in 20 to 30 minutes I'll probably be asleep anyway, so oh, we do have a little slippage right here. See if we can get that to stay on. Oh my god, what's happening? All right, let me go lay down and go to bed. Thankfully, I do sleep on my back, so this should stay on. But sometimes randomly I wind up on my side. So let me stop touching it. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning, which, you know, the power and magic of editing. It'll just be in a few seconds from now. Yo. I'm still trying to wake up. So it is 8:48. I think I put this on at like 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's been on about 7 hours. This part broke. I was brushing my teeth and I was trying to wipe the toothpaste that had accumulated right here, because you know, I didn't want you guys to see that. And then it broke and then it started to slip off, and I was like, no, we need to take it off together. So as you can see, it turned clear. It feels very tight. Well, not very tight. It feels like it got tighter through the night. My cat had zoomies at 4 o'clock in the morning and woke me up. So I don't know if my eyes are a little swollen because of that, or if the mask kind of made my eyes a little swollen, but I don't want my eyes to be swollen. Anyway, let's take this off. Okay. I'm seeing a nice little finish that it left. All right, let's look up the top part. I don't really see anything special. I feel like there's like a mark right here, but I don't know if like that's like the light hitting my face a funny way in the camera. Let me look in the mirror and then I'll come back and share my thoughts. All right, I don't see anything that special other than this like the sheen that's on my skin. And the reason why I'm thinking the sheen is not that special is because it's like in the shape of the mask. Like, I don't want a mask shaped glass skin. I have not washed, clearly I haven't washed my face or anything yet, but I'll give you some updates. Apparently this effect is supposed to last up to a week. So I will come and check in after a week and let you know what had went down. Well, it won't be a week for you guys. It'll be literally like
1 day later.
All right, so here we are with an update on the glass skin. It has not been a week, it's only been 4 days. And as you can see, while you are seeing some radiance off of, natural points on my face, likely due to my skin's natural radiance, but also to the lighting that I'm using. This actually, what you're seeing is what I would have preferred the effect of the mask to have. Instead, I found that the glass skin was a little bit too overwhelming for me. Like it was like my whole entire face, where I feel like when you have that type of radiance all over your face, it can highlight certain areas that you may not want to highlight. Like I just thought it wasn't enough of a balance. I would have preferred to be able to control my glass skin. So I would, love to have like on, places where the light naturally hits the face, like on the tops of the cheekbones and the center of the forehead, maybe a little bit here on the chin, the tip of the nose kind of thing. But also it did not last me a week like, some people had claimed that it would last a week. Honestly though, does this say it's gonna last a week? The mask does. Let me look at the marketing of it. So I'm not really seeing anything here, at least not on the Amazon listing, where it says that the effect is supposed to last a week. And when I pull this up, I don't see like an official site for the brand. All right, so, and then I'm on the Olive Young site and I don't see anything saying that the effects are supposed to last a week. So I don't know, maybe that person who tried it happened to get a week's worth of results. For me, I got maybe a day and a half and it was a little too intense for my liking. So as for this, myself personally, I'm gonna have to pass. So what are your thoughts on the Sungboon Edtior Collagen Mask? Let me know in the comments. All right, next up we got quite a mouthful. It is the Erborian CC Water Fresh Complexion Gel Skin Perfector. So I got the 2 deepest shades. I believe the brand actually sent this to me. I don't think I bought this. I'm pretty sure the brand sent this to me, so there's that. I got the caramel shade and the chocolate shade. Now, people have been buzzing about this product because of its self-adjusting shade capabilities, basically meaning that it's gonna come out looking one way when it comes out of the packaging, and you're kind of like, how the heck is that supposed to turn into my skin tone? But you see all of these TikTok videos where people are putting this on and then it's like adjusting and it seems to be a perfect shade match for them. A lot of them being people of the lighter skin persuasion, which is why I'm here and we're gonna try it out. So the thing is with self-adjusting foundations is that they seem like magic, but from what I've gathered, they're more gimmicky than they are magic, because obviously magic doesn't exist. But the science behind many of these self-adjusting foundations, so if you kind of think about it, right, it's like the pigments are in like these protective packaging, and then once it activates with, you rubbing it into your skin, then the encapsulated pigments then burst and then it reveals what the color actually is. Now, from my thinking, I'm thinking that the encapsulated pigments are similar to like a tinted moisturizer or a very lightweight foundation in the sense that they're flexible in color. So basically, one shade could work for 3 different skin tones because it's so lightweight that it ain't got no choice but to blend into your skin. But let's see what happens here when we use the caramel. Ooh, look at what it looks like when it comes out of the packaging. You see that? And I feel like, hopefully my camera can pick it up. I feel like you can kind of see the little encapsulated pigments. Yeah, I feel like you can kind of see them. So let's get this on the skin. I feel like I not only used too much, but what is happening here? All right, let's try to, oh my God. Oh Lord. Well, that both escalated and de-escalated at the same time. All right, let's try the other shade on the other side. You know, I try to do halvesies on my face to avoid having to like keep washing my face over and over again in between products. So this is the chocolate shade. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm actually going to try to rub it out on my hand first. So that's what it looks like right out of the packaging. Okay, but as we can see, that's too deep for my skin. It doesn't look, well, yeah, that's, I was about to say it doesn't look like it's that dark, but all right, I'm gonna take this atrocity off and then we'll put it on this hand and then see how it looks on the face. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna even out both sides in a bigger mirror and we're gonna come back and look. Although I'm not really seeing it for this side, but we'll see. All right, I'm back. Now, I slightly added more here, but the more I rubbed in, the more my skin started to feel a little bit irritated, and I was like, ooh, I ain't trying to go out like that so early on in the video. So I'm gonna stop right here when it comes to these because they look very gray. I feel like they took maybe, because there's possibly titanium dioxide in here. What's in here? Okay, so there's titanium dioxide in here. Now, I'm not pointing that out to say that every foundation or every complexion product that has titanium dioxide in it is gonna look terrible. That's not the case. Is that you have to kind of know how to blend the pigments in a way that is going to look radiant and match not only the overtone but also the undertone of a deeper skin tone, right? These ain't it. These look very gray. I would say that the chocolate matches my overtone more than the caramel does, but it's giving very much gray. And even if this was something that was supposed to be a really nice radiant finish on the skin, you're not gonna get that if the undertone is wrong. If the undertone is gray, I don't care how radiant the foundation's finish is, if them undertones are gray, ain't no way. So, I mean, do I even have to say anything else? Like, goddamn. Now, what are your thoughts on the Erborian CC Water Fresh Complexion Gel? Let me know in the comments. So I also bought the Medicube Collagen Mask, but since it's supposed to give glass skin, quite like the Sungboon edited mask that we talked about earlier in the video, I wanted to space them out to, you know, give a more accurate kind of like, you know, review on it. I didn't want to try them too close together. So I'm actually going to, you know, keep this guy for a future video, but that's where you guys come in because I want you to let me know what viral products do you want me to try out in the next video, which is going to also include this. It can be makeup, it can be skincare, it can even be lifestyle products. Heck, I'll even try some treats and foods and things of that nature, as long as it doesn't have dairy in it, because, you know, me and dairy don't see eye to eye. But let me know what you would like me to try, anything viral, leave it in the comments and, you know, consider it for the next video. And speaking of next video, look what we have here. You can click on either one of these videos to watch me try some Dollar Tree skincare dupes that left me speechless. Well, kind of hard for me to remain speechless because, you know, I love to talk, but click on either one of these videos and I'll see you there.